All right, Kim, we'll see you in a bit. A federal judge issued a temporary restraining order that blocks the National Institutes of Health from capping funds to medical research.
This comes after today's legal action by Wisconsin and 21 other states against the Trump administration, Department of Health and Human Services, and NIH.
Grace Hodek joins us now. And Grace, you spoke with Attorney General Josh Kaul, who filed the lawsuit today alongside Governor Tony Evers.
Kaul tells me they went to court this morning because the funding cuts will put research in serious jeopardy and reduce our ability to protect people's health and well-being. He also says it's inconsistent with the law.
This is critical funding. It goes to support research into things like combating cancer and other dangerous diseases. And that the administration has just out of nowhere announced that it's going to dramatically cut that funding.
The Trump administration announced Friday it was cutting the funding that the National Institutes of Health provides to a number of grant recipients, including universities like UW-Madison. But the Trump administration says it is not making cuts to actual research, but capping the indirect cost rate, which is intended to cover overhead. The administration says the federal government has been paying an exorbitantly high rate. The NIH says it's vital to ensure that as many funds as possible go towards direct scientific research costs rather than administrative overhead. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul calls the Trump administration's argument deeply disingenuous.
These contracts are very carefully negotiated, and there are indirect costs that go with research, things like lab space or equipment.
UW Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin says the 15% rate will harm their ability to conduct vital research activity and to afford the necessary equipment and facilities. She says it will delay or even prevent the discovery of life-saving treatments and cures. While a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order on the cuts, Kaul says there's still some uncertainty.
The courts usually are very reluctant to issue these kinds of initial orders blocking the executive branch from taking action. But because what the Trump administration is doing is both clearly in violation of the law and would harm people, the courts have been stepping in.
The Boston judge who issued the temporary restraining order set a hearing on February 21st to evaluate next steps. Kaul says he expects the case will take months, if not longer, to play out.